A gorgeous late afternoon here from Alumni Field as we get set for playoff baseball. It's the Keene Blackbirds hosting the Nashua North Titans. Hello everyone and welcome back to Keene High Baseball. I'm Ryan Goodwin. The Blackbirds have made the postseason once again following a strong finish to the season last week with a couple home wins against Salem and Manchester Memorial. They were aided in the Salem win on senior night, especially by Zach Whitney, who drove in 5 of the team's 7 runs in the victory. Cam Tinnen was also solid on the mound as well. Defeating Memorial proved to be an easy task in a 13-0 shutout on Friday night, which helped Keene finish 13-6 overall and 11-6 in D1 play. But before we get going, we'll take a look here at how the Nashua North Titans line up in this one. Leading off is the center fielder, Austin Suchecki. Playing short, batting second, Ty Byrne. Jace Martinez is at second, he bats third. Mario Ramirez, the catcher, bats fourth. Nolan Sullivan, DHing, bats fifth. James Markley in left field, batting sixth. Ty Madeira is at first, he bats seventh. Mason Tanner is at third, batting eighth. And Ryder Clancy plays right field, rounding it out, batting ninth. And opposite them on the bump today, Gavin Rigby getting a playoff start. Always a big honor, but pitching well can make it even more memorable. He's had a great season, which we'll touch on a bit later. And he'll also be looking for a good outing against the Titan offense, which has averaged just 1 run scored in their last 3 games. And have also allowed 10 runs in their last 2 losses as well. We'll touch on that in a bit. One final conference between Miles DeRosiers and Gavin Rigby. And we're about ready to get going here on this Thursday afternoon. Beautiful day for a game. We had some showers this morning that moved through. It was also a bit cooler, but the sun has been out all afternoon. As Suchecki stands in. And Rigby fires. Ball 1. We're underway here. The first round of these Division I NHIAA playoffs for 2024. That one's going to be popped up and out of play for strike 1. A few other playoff games today around the NHIAA were actually postponed due to weather. As we mentioned, that came through Keene earlier today as that one hit foul down the left field side. And Rigby's quickly ahead of the Nashua North center fielder, 1 and 2. Be looking for his first punch out here this afternoon. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and he gets that first K in the first hitter. 1 away here in the first. So Ty Byrne stands in, the shortstop. Out of the number 2 hole, also wears number 2. Gets his first look at Rigby in the first. And he pops it up on the first pitch. Whitney, the first baseman, after it in foul territory, makes the catch for out number 2. So there's quickly 2 up and 2 down for Gavin Rigby here in the first. Looking for a 1-2-3, and now Jace Martinez is in. The second baseman. First pitch to him, big swing and a miss for strike 1. Rigby already has a strikeout here. That was on Suchecki to lead it off. 0-1. That'll be off the catcher, DeRosiers, ball 1. He played very well last week, as we mentioned a bit in the pregame. That couple wins over Salem High and then Manchester Memorial to close out the regular season. And that was after they dropped the first 2 last week to Alvern here also at home, and then on the road against Merrimack. That one's hit in the air to center. Hennessy going back on it. He has no play. That ball is out of here. Home run for Jace Martinez. And Nashua North has struck first here in the first inning with a solo blast to center field and into the hedges. So how about that for a stunner in this first inning? The Titans, who are coming in as the 13th seed against Keene, the 4th seed, they take an early lead, 1-0. Mario Ramirez now, the catcher, stands in. Bit of a stunner there after quick first couple outs. See if Rigby can gather it back up. Fires ball 1. And that one's going to be popped up. This one will stay in the field of play. Hennessy this time camps under it. Makes the catch for out number 3. A 2-out solo shot, though, for Jace Martinez has the Titans in front. 1-0 on the Owls Media Network. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first, here's a look at the Blackbird offense. Leading off will be Fitch Hennessy in center field. Zach Whitney bats second. At first, Brock Haynes is at third. Callahan DHing. French is in left field. Bergquist playing short. Bats sixth. DeRozier's catching, bats seventh. And Sawyer Leppel at second, bats eighth. Colin Tennant in right field in ninth. And going against the right-hander, Jonathan Medrano this afternoon for Nashua North. This will be a big start for him as well on the road against a good Keene offense. As we'll also welcome into the booth the Keene Sentinel sports editor, head of sports, Michael McMahon, joining us in the booth for the rest of this game as Fitch Hennessy lines one into right field for a base hit. It'll hit off the right fielder, Clancy, and he gets it back in quickly. So leadoff hit for Fitch Hennessy.
There we go. I'm 1 for 1. Good start. How you doing, Ryan?
Good. How are you, Mike?
Good. Thanks for having me on. Great to be here. What a beautiful day for baseball, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Blackbirds down early, but I think it's a good day for hitting. Right. We got the wind blowing out there to right field. I think there's going to be a lot of balls in play today. So kind of a wake-up call there in the first, kind of get you in the game. But a good start here already in the first.
Yeah, I think we saw it too. The ball probably, as it usually does here at Alumni, probably will jump quite a bit. As we saw there with that home run for Nashua North. And he's going to go after that one. That is Zach Whitney. It's going to get over the head of Clancy. Having to hold up was Hennessy, so he'll stop at third. But already, as you said, perfect chance for Keene to get right back in it on the double for Zach Whitney. Yeah,
there we go. I mean, if you're a Kenai hitter and if you're riding boat and you're telling your hitters to go up there, think opposite field, sit on those pitches, make sure you hit that gap the opposite way. The ball's going to carry there all day. and that should be the strategy for the Birds. You want to stay back and you want to shoot opposite all day.
And they've already gotten to Medrano. Base hit for Hennessy, then a double for Whitney, and now a perfect chance for Brock Haynes to, at the very least, tie the game here in the bottom of the first. We'll see if they could do just that, and even, at the very least, even it up. He's one of the seniors on this team, was honored in last week's second to last home game against Salem High, where Blackbirds won 7-3. He stings that one foul. He gets over there into the bleachers out by the bullpen. Keene in their usual third base dugout here at home. Nashua North has the first base side. 0-1 misses high. So Hennessy at third, Whitney is at second. The infield is in now for Nashua North. 1-1 is going to be hit right to the shortstop, Byrne. Fires quickly in for out number one.
Early strategy move pays off there. You know, that's kind of an aggressive move first inning, already pulling him in. I think that's kind of a nod to Rigby on the mound, knowing that even with the first inning home run, Rigby's not a guy that usually gives up a lot of runs. So Nashua North early, knowing can't really give up a crooked number here to start.
Yeah, definitely a sign of respect there, as I think many people in this park were taken back by that first inning home run.
That's the first one he's allowed all year, I think, for Gavin.
Yeah.
And in a park like this where, you know, it's not exactly that hard to put one out. You know, you don't even have to get all of one sometimes. Certainly got all of that one in the top of the first. That's going to happen with a guy who brings that kind of velocity, but not a guy who gives up the long ball very often.
No, not a guy who's given up a ton of runs this year. He entered play this afternoon with a 1.92 ERA. And we'll touch on that a little bit later. One of a few players who made it to the New Hampshire All-State team at different levels. Gavin Rigby got the first team all-selection, or first all-team selection. Now Sean Callahan, the DH. Count now even at 2-2 is the pitch. Misses low, ball three. Full count. Let's see if he gets anything here or if they put him on and try to induce a double play on the next man. 3-2 is popped up. Third base side, no play for anybody, and count remains full. Braden French is on deck, the left fielder. We'll see if he'll have bases loaded to work with. 3-2. Ball four, indeed he will.
Really good take there from Callahan. Not the worst thing there for Nashua North. You know, you get the opportunity to maybe put the middle infielders back, get a double play here, keep the corners up. So, you know, when you're pitching to a hitter like Callahan, you know, you don't want to give him anything too easy there in a 3-ball count. Not the worst hitter to lose there, but a really great chance for the freshman here.
Great chance indeed for French. He has the bases loaded and one out. In the bottom of the first, Keene still trailing 1-0. A solo home run from Jace Martinez. And he's going to chop that one to short, to second for one, on to first. Picked beautifully at first by Madeira. Double play. And the inning is over. French trying to argue that he was off the bag, but to no avail. We'll head to the second. Still 1-0 North on the Owls Media Network.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
Your next Ford is waiting at Monadnock Ford. Right now, get a great offer like this on your next new Ford. See these offers and more at MonadnockFord.com. Monadnock Ford, home of the low price tire guarantee, and your local Ford and used car retailer. Voted Keene's best.
Number 2 here from Alumni Field in Keene as the Nashua North Titans work out of a huge jam there in the bottom of the first. Obviously disputed call at first, but the double play did stand. As Nolan Sullivan leads it off for the Titans against Rigby, who had a good first inning, just 2-out home run. Luckily only a solo shot though, so not a huge hole to work out of. That's strike 1.
Yeah, an interesting mental test here, I think, early for the Blackbirds. You give up the run in the first. You miss out on an opportunity there, a pretty good opportunity to maybe get a crooked number in the bottom half. Let's see how they rebound here. You don't want to let things slide. You want to let things, kind of tack on from there. You kind of want to reset. It's only a 1-run game. Get back in it here. Get a clean 0. Get back in the dugout. Get the bats going again.
Yeah, especially for French there, too. Obviously, one of the freshmen on this team. Maybe a tough situation there in his first playoff game. That one's going to be trapped by Hennessy. So I'll keep it a base hit. He almost made a diving grab, but fell down right in front of him. So James Markley now, the left fielder, climbs in. Sullivan aboard on the leadoff single. He's showing bunt. He gets it down. Rigby fields it cleanly, throws to first in time. 1 away, but the sacrifice does its job as down to second goes Sullivan.
You could really see here early Nashua North is doing everything they can to take every little opportunity. Infield in there in the top of the first. You're bunting runners over with no outs in the second. They know that if they're going to win this game, they have to get as much offense as they possibly can. Take every opportunity whenever they can get it.
Yeah, even if you have to play small ball, which certainly were there. That one's going to be tapped by Madeira. Nice pick there by Rigby. Throw to first. Nicely done there by Whitney. He had to go up to get it, but comes back down on the bag for out number 2. So Sullivan does advance to third, and now there's 2 away.
Great play by Whitney. Great athleticism there. Not a natural first baseman. He's kind of been learning the position as he's gone this year. Nice play there. Obviously saves a run. That's a big grab for the senior first baseman.
Huge play, and also a tough play for Rigby as he was coming over to the other side, to his right side, as a right-handed pitcher to have to turn around and throw that. Mason Tanner now, the third baseman, swings and misses for strike 1. North trying to cash in their best opportunity with a guy on base today. Of course, they had the solo home run in the first with 2 away. Tanner looked at ball 1 there. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Rigby a pitch away from getting out of trouble here in the second. Getting the Blackbird bats back up. Still only down a run. 1-2. Just outside ball 2. The count runs even. Twos all around. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It gets away from DeRogers. Have to fire to first, and he does in time to complete the strikeout and end the inning. So nice job there by Rigby working around the leadoff single. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 Nashua North on the Owls Media Network.
Curious about the awesome talent Kelly has? Well, here are some robotics specialists. This group works in telecom on 5G. They work on autonomous vehicles. Those are education professionals. Oh, and system analysts, contact center reps, biologists. There's data scientists, substitute teachers, mechanical engineers, not to mention people who work on-site and off-site. Kelly's got top talent in specialized and emerging skill sets, ready to help your business prepare for what's next.
Number 9, Celeste Bergquist.
Back on the Owls Media Network for the bottom of the second. Celeste Bergquist leads it off for the Blackbirds. We're trying to even this game up in the second inning. Good work from Gavin Rigby to work around a leadoff single. Left a runner stranded at third. Blackbirds had a golden opportunity in the first to get on the board, but could not come through, as they left the bases loaded with one out on the double play off the bat of Braden French. Strike two.
This is kind of one of those innings where you want to get some offense going back on again. Even if you don't come across with a run, after that letdown in the first, you don't want to let that simmer. You want to get guys on base here in the second. This is kind of an important early inning here for Keene.
Bergquist goes around. That's strike three. So strikeout there for Jonathan Medrano, his first of the ball game. And now Miles DeRogers. But you're absolutely right, Mike. I mean, you know, you have an opportunity like that, you don't come through. Teams that let it fester oftentimes struggle the rest of the game. And certainly you don't want that if you're Keene High. Can't let it get in your head too much.
Yeah, just any kind of momentum, right? You know what I mean? Like, even if it's a walk, a couple walks, just get a couple runners on base, you know. You don't want a 1-2-3 inning here.
That'll be outside, ball two from Medrano. DeRogers and French, couple of the freshmen on this team this season. They checked down to first. He did not go, as didn't appear he did. And it's quickly 3-0. So maybe another base runner right here. That'll be in there, strike one.
Good chance here for the freshmen. Let's see if they come at him.
3-1.
There we go.
Yeah, not close there, ball four. So 5-pitch walk, and DeRogers is on for Sawyer Leppel, the second baseman. Keene having their best season record-wise since the spring of 2019. Their last playoff win, I believe, came in 2018. 19, they fell in the first round of Portsmouth here at Alumni. Leppel behind 0-1. They'll check to first. Not in time. See if DeRogers will be off here. The 1-1 outside. This would be the 0-1. Now makes it 1-1. So Medrano has not had a clean inning so far. Popped up and out of play. And out of 1-2. Of course, left the bases loaded, though, in the first. Now has a one-out base runner in DeRogers. And a 1-2 coming to Leppel. Outside, the throw back. Also not in time. Mario Ramirez behind the plate. Not quite a pitch out there, as it was still in the strike zone. Try to fool DeRogers, though, into being too far off the base. Count now even, 2-2. Strike 3 called. And Medrano has another K. That's his second of the inning. And now 2 away for Colin Tinnen.
Number 6, Colin Tinnen.
So Medrano has gathered it back up nicely here in the second, despite the 1-out walk. That's a strike to Tinnen, the sophomore right fielder.
Another one of these young players that's really stepped up this year for Keene. You know, when you look at French, DeRozier's, Tinnen, and Wright.
They check again, that time safe still. Very close that time, though.
A little bit closer over there. Paying a lot of attention over there to Miles. You know, usually don't see that much attention paid to the catcher on the base pass.
No. Yeah, usually not the first guy that you're going to think to steal. But they certainly think something might be on here. He might be going.
He did have 5 steals this year. But
never out of the realm of possibility, I suppose. Especially when you have a decent number like that. 0-2, outside. Tinnen trying to gather it up after falling behind 2 strikes early. Maybe go the other way with something here. Or at least get on base. The 1-2. Rung him up for strike 3. Another strikeout for Medrano. He strikes out the side in inning number 2. We'll head to the third on the Owls Media Network with North still in front.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Top half of inning number 3 here as Nashua North gets another crack at it. Ryder Clancy will lead off. See, this is Austin Suchecki, the center fielder, hits one in the air to left and foul out of play. Anytime you see anything off the bat now, you kind of cringe the way this outfield is, but pulled well foul. Gavin Rigby had a good second inning, came back from a leadoff base hit and stranded a runner at third. Now even in the count, 1-1. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
Good breaking ball there from Rigby.
Yeah, mixes in a good amount of stuff. This is Ryder Clancy, not Austin Suchecki, has mixed up the batting order for a second there. So it's now 2-2 to Clancy. Trying to get another leadoff man on for North as he'll pop that one up. The left fielder French is over, makes the catch for out number 1. Good job there, inducing some soft contact on a 2-ball count. Now here is Austin Suchecki. Titan leadoff hitter. We'd be looking for a 1-2-3. He's yet to record one so far in this game. Be inside for a ball, another ball, now 2-0. Nashua North has allowed 10 runs their last 2 games against Bedford and Exeter. They've also allowed 10 runs or more in a game on 5 different occasions this season. They've only scored more than 10 once this year, and that was on April 19th against Timberlane. They scored 12.
I'll tell you, Bedford and Exeter is a heck of a way to head into the playoffs. Those are 2 of the best teams in the state. Bedford, a little down, had a rough start to the year, but really bounced back at the end of the year, was playing some of the best baseball of the year. So you got a Nashua North team that has an 8-10 record, but has played some good teams here, and are probably as battle-tested as they've been all year. So
slide in the air to center. Hennessy back on it, right in front of the track. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Yeah, but as you said, Mike, just the brutal schedule to end the season, brutal final couple of games. And you contrast that with, even with Keene, certainly no disrespect on their end, but you contrast that to Salem and Manchester Memorial. I mean, Salem near the bottom, Manchester Memorial, I believe, at the very bottom. So 2 teams that have struggled all year, especially Memorial. And they came in here and lost big time on Friday, 13-0. 0-1. Inside, that's a ball to their number 2 man, Ty Byrne, the shortstop. Was retired quickly in the first inning, and he grounds one out a second. Whipple has it, throws in time, and that is a 1-2-3 third for Gavin Rigby. Head to the bottom half. Keene High coming up, down 1-0.
Number 3, Fitch Hennessy.
Bottom of the third, Fitch Hennessy, number 3, will lead off for Keene High. Still trying to get even or ahead of the Titans here in the third. Hennessy had a leadoff single, but ended up being stranded at third in that first inning, where the team loaded the bases. The North got out of it on a double play ball. 1-0. That'll be in there for strike 1. Fitch Hennessy, one of the players who made New Hampshire's second team All-State. That one hit in the air to right. Under it there is the right fielder Clancy to make the catch for out number 1.
Number 15.
And he was named to the second team All-State, along with this guy right here, Zach Whitney. And Whitney's had a great year, both pitching and hitting. That's really what's helped him earn that spot on the team.
Hennessy All-State in 3 seasons, I think, right?
I believe so, yeah. freshman, sophomore, and junior seasons all now.
Good soccer player, basketball player as well.
Yeah, just a good all-around athlete for Keene High School. I think he would say, too, that basketball, I believe, is like his #1 sport, actually, but
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
I guess it depends.
He runs the point on that basketball team. They had a great year. Him and Javon Messiah, a good 1-2 punch next season to watch out for. But Whitney here, a great resurgence late in the year. The Salem game, 2 home runs on senior night.
Oh, yeah. That was
just a ton of momentum. You can kind of see the life come back into him a little bit. And you also hope that translates to the mound. You know, you get through this one, you're looking at putting 1-5 on the mound in a big quarterfinal game. So definitely a guy you want playing confident baseball right now, and it seems like he's been there the last couple weeks.
3-2. Stung in the air to the right center gap. It's down for a hit. He's going to round first, head to second. The throw will be cut, not in time. A one-out double now from Zach Whitney, and Keene has their best chance to score since that first inning.
That's what you need right there. You need your senior all-state baseball players to come up big in the playoffs. That's 2 doubles now for Whitney. Like I said, he's probably feeling it as much as he's been feeling it all year, and that's what you need when you get to late May, early June.
Yeah, this is definitely easily the most important part of the season. While it's great to start the season hot, you want to certainly end it on that note as well. And that's exactly what he's done. Brock Haynes now looks at ball 1. Haynes grounded out to short in his first at bat. That was with the infield in. And he now stings that one down the third base side, a foul ball. So even the count. North's trying to stay in front of this one. 1-0, especially with Rigby on the other side. Tough guy to go against. Trying to keep it there as much as you can. That'll be in there for strike 2. Looks like he caught the outer half.
Yeah, Haynes didn't look too happy with that one, but you got to battle now with 2 strikes. Like I said in the first inning, you know, this is got to be thinking opposite field. You got to be willing to go to right.
And that's indeed what he does. He grounds one through the second and first base hole. That's going to score a run. Zach Whitney throw home, not in time. Keene High has tied it here on an RBI single from Brock Haynes in the third inning.
Line drive in the scorebook. There you go. That's all that matters, right? No hesitation there from Bowden either in setting Whitney, which I love. You got to be aggressive here, tie up the game. 0-0 now here, and let's see if Keene can make some more noise here in the third.
Yeah, let's see if Callahan can get some to drive here. He walked his first time up, but he spoke it right into existence. That shot right out to right field. Not even a shot, just a little roller right through the hole.
Just a great 2-strike approach, which I think has been the biggest difference between this Keene team this year from last year. A lot of swing and miss, a lot of trying to pull the ball too much, not enough in-at-bat adjustments from last year's team. Great grab there at shortstop. Wow.
Beautiful play there again by Ty Byrne. And that absolutely saved, obviously, would have been probably first and second with how hard that ball was hit, but still. Now 2 out and a runner still at first for French, who grounded into the double play that ended the first inning. It was disputed with Madeira at first, whether he was on the bag or not, but the call stood. Misses high for a ball. If he can hit something in the gap here, though, it would certainly score Haynes from first. And it's going to be grounded right back to the pitcher. Medrano flips to first in time, and that is the inning. But the Blackbirds get even thanks to a base hit from Brock Haynes. Heading to the fourth, it's 1-1 on the Owls Media Network.
I said, watch me do my shake, shake. Woo! Watch me do my thing. I said, watch me do my shake, shake.
Jace Martinez leads off for Nashua North here in the 4th inning. He's the kid who belted the home run back in that first inning for their only run so far, with the game now newly tied at 1. So effectively 0-0 game, as you said last inning, Mike, and swing and a miss. First pitch from Gavin Rigby for strike 1. As we mentioned countless times, this one of the effectively test broadcast for the upcoming Keene Swamp Bat season, which starts under a week from today, next Wednesday night, under the lights here at Alumni. Swamp Bats have 3 home games opening week, 3 of their first 4, so hope you can join us for those, as Wednesday, opening night, they'll have North Shore at 6:35. Thursday, they have Upper Valley at 6:35 here, and Saturday, they have Sanford also at 6:35. All those games will be on ESPN Plus this season. And, of course, be great if you could join us as well. Strike 3, swinging there from Martinez for strike 1. So that time Rigby wins the battle and is 1 away in the 4th.
Soundly wins the battle. Great at-bat there from Rigby, going right after him, being aggressive. Doubt Martinez will see many more fastballs in the zone the rest of today. But a really good job there from Rigby to kind of assert himself.
Yeah, certainly if you're a pitcher, you think, what pitch should I give up that home run on? And I'm sure Rigby's thinking that right now. And basically don't throw it again. Swing and a miss there for strike 1 to their number 4 man. That's, I believe, Ramirez. Yeah, Mario Ramirez, the catcher. Batting in the cleanup spot, 1-1. 1 runs inside. And Mike, as you're the sports editor at the Sentinel, what role does the Keene Swamp Bats play every summer in kind of what work you do?
Well, I mean, this is probably my favorite time of year. Playoffs are great in all 3 seasons, like with the high school teams. There's something special about the spring, like with it being the end of the school year, the seniors, that they got prom, playoffs, graduation, there's something really cool about that. And then, this last week of May, first week of June coincides with then the Swamp Bats coming into town. So it just like there's a little extra juice in the sports community this time of year. Another great K from Rigby.
Yeah, Rigby is dealing right now. He strikes out another. Ramirez down hacking.
But yeah, with the Swamp Bats, certainly a very cool opportunity to cover, future major leaguers. Some top prospects have come through here. So always looking to kind of do features and kind of, get a feel for how those players enjoy a small town playing in a place like Keene.
Stung in the air to center, but right to Fitch Hennessy. He'll make the catch to retire the side. Another 1-2-3 inning for Gavin Rigby. Continue that conversation on the other side here on the Owls Media Network.
At Keene State College, life is an adventure. You'll forge your path forward. As an Owl, you'll take on challenges in the classroom, field, court, or track. Every worthwhile adventure has its share of blood, sweat, and tears. It takes hard work and dedication. No Owl flies alone on their journey at Keene State. Teammates, coaches, professors, alumni, and fellow Owls are with you along the way. They lift you up as you continue forward. When you're part of Owl Nation, you become the person you truly want to be.
Number 9, Celeste Bergquist.
Back here in the bottom of the fourth for the home half. Celeste Bergquist leads it off for Keene High against Jonathan Medrano, who's had a nice afternoon. Both pitchers have pitched very well. Gavin Rigby now is 4 innings, just 1 run allowed, back in the first. We leave off, Mike, where we were talking about with the Swamp Bats, as you mentioned future major leaguers and some top prospects. We were talking about Devin Williams at one point. During one of the breaks, he had an outstanding year for Keene last summer and potentially a first-round draft pick now out of Indiana.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year honors for Devin Taylor last year. He hit a home run in his first game in Keene last summer. I remember that one. It's certainly, one of the top college prospects in the 2025 draft. You look back to some other Keene teams the last few years. One that sticks out was Ryan Pepio, who actually didn't have a great summer in Keene, but then becomes one of the best prospects in baseball in the Dodgers organization and is now an established major league pitcher. So, that's kind of the things you see here in Keene. And one of my favorite things about covering the NECBL is you see how competitive those summer leagues are, where Ryan Pepio is a guy who, if you go and you look at his numbers with the Keene Swamp Bats that one year he was here, struggled pretty mightily. But it was a highly touted arm through college and kind of figured it out as he went through his college career. And I think had a great spring after being here for the summer. And I think you see that a lot, where you see kids come here, maybe struggle in their summer ball season, but that elevated competition that they see here sets them up to have a great campaign the next spring for their college teams, which makes it fun. It gives you something to follow, too, as you go on. And that's whether the Swamp Bats are competitive or not. Obviously, it's better for us when they are competitive, and we hope it's a little bit better every year than last year. But either way, there's always something cool to see at the ballpark during an NECBL game any given night.
Definitely. I think I mixed up my Devins there. I might have said Devin Williams, not Devin Taylor, but he had absolutely great year. And I didn't actually realize that Ryan Pepio, because I've heard of him, didn't realize that he played on the Swamp Bats at one point. He actually pitched last week against the Red Sox. So
yes, he did.
It's kind of interesting. I was like, I feel like I heard that name somewhere, but down on strikes is the Rogers, and there's one away after a leadoff walk for Celeste Bergquist. And now here's Colin Tinnan.
Pepio, I believe, was the opening day starter for the Swamp Bats in either 2017 or 2018. I can't remember exactly which summer. Went to Xavier, or maybe Butler. One of those two. Butler, thank you.
Little soft liner there. Martinez makes the catch for out number 2. So one
Number
pitch
6,
and one out
Tinnan.
off the bat of Lepley. And now here's Colin Tinnan. So after a leadoff base runner, the Blackbirds haven't been able to do anything with it so far. Medrano's done a great job as well this afternoon as he goes after the first one, hits it in the air. It's going to get down and into the gap, one hop the wall. Bergquist is going to get the stop sign at third, so he'll stop there, but into second with a 2-out double is Colin Tinnan. Absolutely ripped off the bat there. So now trouble here with 2 outs for Medrano, and the leadoff man, Fitch Hennessy, standing in. Tough bat to deal with.
Great job by the bottom of the order to turn things over there. Tinnan's been a revelation this spring. Wasn't a starter to start the year. Works his way into the lineup. Finishes the year great. A home run in the last game of the season as a sophomore. He's been swinging the bat really well. Big hit for him. Maybe a chance for a 2-out rally here with Hennessy at the plate.
Certainly, they had the leadoff man on and then 2 quick outs. But with that double, that certainly can change the complexion of things here. 1-0 from Medrano is going to be popped up. Foul out of play. No chance there in that vast foul ground in right field. Almost reminiscent to the foul territory in Oakland in the MLB level with the old football stadium there and all that foul territory you have before you get to the dugouts. It's like that here, just in right field.
Not many foul territories with light stanchions in play either. You don't see that very often anymore, that's for sure.
Certainly don't.
one of the few unique features here at Alumni Field, and there are a few, to be sure.
That one pops into just over the Nashua North bullpen for strike 2 by Hennessy, and now the count has run even. Yeah, a lot of unique quirks we mentioned in some of these broadcasts here at Alumni. Of course, the very short porch in right. That one grounded right back to the pitcher, Madrano. He will get out of the jam here. And we'll head to the fifth. Still knotted at 1 on the Owls Media Network.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
First thing Bruce felt was quality, the consistency, knowing that when I take them out, they're going to be the same every time. And the second was to be able to see kids all over the country wearing the gloves that I designed. That's one of the coolest parts of this.
Pitcher's duel continues here into the 5th inning. The Blackbirds had another chance to take the lead, but could not come through. As Gavin Rigby works into the 5th inning. He's only at 45 pitches right now.
He's been dealing. It's almost seemed like he's gotten, I think his last inning was probably his best so far. Looks dialed in. You know, Rigby's an interesting kid. He's kind of Mr. School Spirit. All football season, all basketball season, he's the guy who leads the student section. And I don't think I've ever heard him have a voice at the end of a game in the fall or the winter. But then you see the seriousness in baseball season come out, and you see how locked in he is. One thing that I think is really cool about the Big Rig, as he's called.
Yeah, definitely has that certainly competitive presence, competitive nature on the mound. That one misses high, ball 1 to James Markley, the left fielder. We get something going for North. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another strikeout for Rigby. He has just been wheeling and dealing really since that solo shot that he allowed in the 1st inning.
Good velocity on the fastball here today, too. That's been the key for him. He's always been a strike thrower, but in the past he's been more of a junk baller. Despite his size, he didn't really add the velocity until this year. Hit 90 for the first time this winter during workouts. In adding that velocity, when you have that control and you have those secondary pitches already there, that's what makes you a really dangerous pitcher. You see a lot of those guys who start with the velocity, then have to figure it out as they go, learn how to pitch. Rigby kind of learned how to pitch and then added the velocity, which really sets him up, I think, for success as a young pitcher as he goes on to college next year and pitches at Swarthmore.
I would certainly think that's honestly the better way to go, if anything, if you're a pitcher, is learn how to locate your stuff and then be able to throw faster, because obviously we see now, like, speed gets preached so much in the sport of baseball, but the thing is a lot of guys can throw hard now, but there's not a lot of guys who can also locate that stuff. And certainly that becomes a problem if you're, walking a lot of guys, you're leaving stuff over the plate, all that stuff. So
yeah, you hear coaches say, there's pitchers and there's throwers. And you'll take all the arms you can get, but you always want pitchers. You want guys who are locked in between the ears and kind of know what's going on up top, and then can add the talent on top of that.
Madeira looks at ball 3, and the count is now full. So Rigby trying to strike out another batter in the Nashua North first baseman. As Mason Tanner, their third baseman, is on deck. Here's a full count pitch. That'll be a missing for ball 4. Just looked like got a piece of the dirt as well. So finally a base runner now for the Titans. And Mason Tanner will climb in. In a conference here with the umpire and one of the coaches, we're actually going to have, I believe, a pinch runner.
It's a good job by Madeira there to step out and before the 3-2 pitch there. Kind of reset. Rigby's in a groove, doing whatever you can to maybe affect the momentum a little bit, and ends up getting a good result there, going with the walk. Now you get a pinch runner. Nashua North, like we said before, they're going to have to take every opportunity they can to try and do damage here in this game. We'll see if they have something on here with the pinch runner.
And they've certainly hung around in this game. I mean, Madrano's done a tremendous job as well on the other side. Still knotted at 1 going to the 5th. He'll look back the runner to first. Don't have the roster on hand for North, so that's number 12 at first base. First pitch now to Mason Tanner, in for strike 1. That was Dawson Bolton at first, as that one grounded to short in time. Nice play there by Haynes, coming over from third, and it's 2 away. Ryder Clancy now has a unique opportunity in this ball game. He can drive in a run here and give the Titans the lead back in the 5th. I mean, it's starting to get late, certainly. This game been flying along with the pitcher's duel going on. Both pitchers on their A game. The first pitch, swing and a miss. Big swing. Runner goes. The throw is not in time. Just ahead of the tag of Haynes. And now there's on the swing and miss. Of course, the ball got away a bit from DeRozier's. He kept it in front of him, though. And also a good throw. Good base running there.
Yeah, good read by Bolton. You're on second with 2 outs. The last thing you want to do is make the third out at third base. So if you're going to go, you have to have a good read, and he got one there. Still a close play, though, at third. Good recovery by DeRozier's.
Swing and a miss. Another big swing from Clancy comes up empty. So the go-ahead run now at third, but it's quickly 0-2. On the number 9 hitter.
I go right at him here.
0-2. Just outside. That'll miss for ball 1.
Number 9 hitter. You don't want to get too fancy. You've thrown 2 fastballs by him.
You can't even worry about that hitter, the runner at third either. 1-2. Strike 3 called, yes. And that is the inning. We'll head to the bottom half. Still knotted at 1 on the Owls Media Network.
Welcome to Hurt Skirt or Just Hurt. Our first contestant is suffering from knee pain from a recent running incident. What do we think, audience? Hurt Skirt or Just Hurt? Why not try Hurt Skirt? Make your recovery hassle-free with Hurt Skirt, a patent-pending, stretch-to-fit, hot-cold therapeutic sleeve, proven to stay cold longer and still remain completely mobile. Drop the ice, skirt the hurt.
Bottom half of inning number 5, still knotted at 1. The Blackbirds trying to get their first lead of the contest. And they'll have 2-3-4. Zach Whitney will lead it off in the inning. Gavin Rigby working out of more trouble there in the top half. First pitch from Medrano misses for ball 1.
Whitney's laced 2 balls so far, so, how you want to approach a guy like this in a third at-bat, definitely want to be careful. This is a guy who, at least certainly in the last 2 weeks, has proven he could change a game with one swing. So up 2-0 here. It's a good spot. Pick a spot, Zach. Let's see.
Maybe the hottest bat on this team, as you mentioned, too. And he's 2 for 2, a couple doubles in this one. So not just singles, extra base hits. Which you love to see on the Keene side of things. 2-1. Not close. Up high. Ball 3.
A little bit of a Juan Soto shuffle there from Whitney, too, as that one sailed over his head.
Yeah, kicked up some dirt over towards Medrano's way. Didn't seem pleased with that. 3-1 now. Right over the plate, strike 2. Count now full. Nashua North has action in their bullpen. The 3-2 is hit in the air to right field. Over and on it is Clancy at the track. He makes the catch for out number 1. So he gives that ball a ride. But it does indeed stay in the yard, and it's out number 1. For Brock Haynes now.
Another one of those weird Alumni Field quirks where you almost want to hit it less. You almost want to hit it more in the gap there to have a better chance of getting it over the fence than you do to dead right field.
Certainly a weird quirk. I mean, usually the further right you go in any ballpark, the better it is, or the more pull side you go. At least for a lefty hitter, the better it is. But not here. You definitely want to sting it to that center field area because that is the shortest part of this park, the 0-1. Strike 2. Haynes looking for a hit here. 0-2. Off speed there, and that one also up around his head. He's able to duck out of the way, though. It wasn't coming in that fast.
Just didn't get the snap off on that one. Just slipped a little bit.
Yeah, definitely no means intentional. Either of those, either to Whitney or Haynes. That one chopped right back to Medrano. Yeah. Not in time at first on the throw from the third baseman, Tanner. So now they have a one-out base runner, a little infield hit, and you'll take that.
Yeah, 1-1 game in the 5th inning. You'll take anything you can get right there. Brock Haynes making it work.
Yeah.
A little infield chopper for a single. Fought one off barely into the outfield, but it was basically an infield single earlier to drive in the run.
Yeah, that was that 2-strike single that he poked the other way, and just like that one, too. So now he's 2 for 3 on the line score, and it doesn't matter how they come.
They're all line drives in the scorebook.
Yep. So Sean Callahan a chance now. Goes after the first one, hits it in the air to left. Markley over, but he has no play. And it's 0-1. Took a walk back in the first inning, which at the time loaded the bases. The Birds not able to get anything out of that. Pops this one up, and it's over the box here and out of play. So another 0-2 count for a Blackbird hitter here from Medrano. He's been working ahead of guys, but Haynes able to get on board with a beautifully placed hit. See if Callahan can reach here now, too. Maybe drive something far enough into the gap. Really have to hit it to either kind of left center or right field. Pull side. That one high. And that's a ball. On deck next is Braden French if the inning stays alive. 1-2 again. Also missing high, ball 2. Decent crowd on hand on the third base side for Keene. Not a bad showing either on the road for North. 2-2 is going to be grounded to second. Martinez has it goes that way for one, they will not have a chance at two as Callahan gets down the line quickly. So Haynes is erased at second base on the force out. Now two away for Braden French.
Good job to keep the bag there by the shortstop. That's not an easy play at the high school level when the second baseman has to go to his left, turn to second to try and turn two. And there's always I feel at the high school level, there's always that pressure to turn two, but I think young players need to realize that you just have to make sure you get the one, and a good job there by the shortstop.
Yeah, didn't get too confused there. That one stung in the air to right, but right at Clancy. Another line drive out for the Blackbirds as we head to the sixth, still knotted at 1-1.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Getting late here on the Owls Media Network, top half of inning number 6, and we're still tied at 1. Top of the order coming up, too, for the Titans as Austin Suchecki leads it off.
I mean, yeah, this game's only an hour and 10 minutes old, and here we are in the top of the 6th inning. This is flown by.
Crazy fast game, and obviously it's just been the pitchers who have been bringing it along, too. First pitch from Rigby misses for a ball. Both pitchers have certainly brought their A game here this afternoon. 1-0. Big swing there, and he comes up empty. The one blemish for Rigby, just the 2-out solo blast from Jace Martinez, who will hit third this inning. Stung to the second baseman. Nice pick there, though, by Lepley. Fires to first in time. There's one away. Great defense there from Sawyer Lepley to record that first out. Tough hop. There's one away for Ty Byrne. But ever since that 2-out home run, though, Rigby has settled down and then some. He's found his groove here in this one. Has virtually shut down the Titan offense. 1-0. That'll be in there for a strike. One. In there, strike two, and he's quickly ahead. Martinez, as mentioned, hit the solo shot back in the first on deck. The 1-2 misses high. Blackbirds got their run in the third on a Brock Haynes single. That one fisted off, and it can't be fielded cleanly by Bergquist. They're going to have to get it back in quickly, and they do. So that'll be a one-out hit for Ty Byrne. Likely should be a single. It was a tough hop.
Yeah, one of those tweeners there as a shortstop where you kind of have to make the decision, am I going to attack this, am I going to sit back? Good runner out of the box there. I think Bergquist made the right call to try and attack that one, gets a piece of it. Able to limit the damage, but runner on first here with one out and a dangerous bat at the plate now for Rigby.
Yeah, Martinez doesn't have to hit a home run here either. Rigby just trying to get him out. That one in there for a ball, misses. Was able to retire him his last time up. And likely won't be throwing, as we mentioned earlier, any fastballs right around the plate. As we saw, she attacked in that first inning. So Byrne gets decent lead at first. We'll see if he goes. They're going to check him back, and he's in safely. This game obviously in the late innings here. Only 7 innings in high school. So this is effectively the 8th. Swing and a miss. Big cut there from Martinez, but he was out in front of it on something off speed. If you're Gavin Rigby here, you love a ball right at one of your infielders to try and turn 2. 1-1. That'll miss low, ball 2.
Good breaking ball from Rigby there, just missed, couldn't clip the corner.
See if in a favorable count, Byrne gets a jump. They'll throw back, and once again, he's in safely. So Rigby keeping close tabs on him.
Yeah, decent hit and run count here too, you know. A good hitter at the plate you could trust to go the other way, get the ball in play. Nashua North's done everything they can to do every kind of small ball play so far, so.
And they've definitely stayed in this game as well. You got to give them credit. Came in as the 13th seed against number 4 for Keene, so definitely were not expected to win this one or even really be in it per se, but they've hung around and done a nice job this afternoon.
It's the beauty of high school playoff baseball. You know, these teams with 8 wins, 9 wins, every team's got an ace in the tournament, and it's single elimination here. There are no series.
Yeah, you have to bring your A game as swung on and missed. DeRozier's motioned like he was going to throw to first, but held it. Much like playoff football, you only got one chance. And if you don't bring your A game a certain day, you're going to be going home. Runner goes. It's grounded right back to Rigby. He'll flip on to first to get the out. That's out number 2. As down to second now goes Byrne. So they did have the hit and run on there, but luckily it was right back to the pitcher. But because of that, unable to try and turn 2. Mario Ramirez now the catcher.
Yeah, good call there, I think, to send the runner. You know, coming off a fastball and a 2-2 count, you're probably anticipating a breaking ball there. Get the runner in motion. Avoid that double play. If the ball is in play, but maybe you get a curveball in the dirt, pass ball, and then you maybe get the runner to come all the way over to third, long backstop here. So I like that call to send the runner there on that count.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter, of course, how you score that run. If you get it in, if it's on a wild pitch, you'll take it. Especially if you're North trying to cling the lead here, as that one's grounded right to the shortstop, Bergquist. Nice throw to first in time. Retires the side, so Rigby works around another base runner. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Another chance for Keene to go in front on the Owls Media Network.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
So Elise Bergquist leads off the bottom of the 6th for Keene. Still 1-1 in this game, as trying to scratch across a run or two here and give yourself a chance to win it in the 7th.
Yeah, a lot of chatter in the Keene dugout in between innings there to kind of pick up the intensity. When a game goes by this quick in the playoffs and it's this low scoring, you kind of blink and now you're in the bottom of the 6th and you're in a 1-1 game, and it's kind of like, all right, it's time to go, guys. So big effort from the coaches there to kind of rally the guys, and this is the beginning. You get a run here, you put Rigby back out in the 7th, and you got a chance to move on to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, this is effectively, as we mentioned, only 7 innings. This is effectively the 8th right here in high school terms, as that one misses outside, ball 2. And yeah, you have a chance to obviously take the lead, and with the way Rigby's been pitching since that leadoff or that 2-out home run in the 1st, you don't have to bring anybody else on. He hasn't had to throw many pitches either. 2-1. It's going to be popped up by Bergquist, out of play, foul. 6, 7, 8 due up. Bergquist in the box right now, then DeRogers and Lepley. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. A big K there for out number 1 from Medrano, who's also pitched, again, we've mentioned a few times, not to be a broken record, but also has pitched great in this one. Worked out of some trouble as well. Blackbirds have had more opportunities in this one, but have not been able to cash in so far. First pitch to the catcher, DeRogers, is high for ball 1. One-0. Not close there either.
Here's a spot where you'd like to see some confidence from the freshman. 2-0.
See if he can swing here. That'll be off the plate. Yeah.
It's a good take.
Now 3-0, I think he'll probably be take all the way here. Trying to make him throw a strike, and he does. Pumps one right over the plate to make it 3-1. Another great hitters count here, though. 3-1. Hit in the air to left. Over it is Markley. He has no play. And the count is now full. On the Blackbird catcher, Miles DeRogers. See if Medrano can come all the way back. 3-2 is going to be hit over the shortstop's head and into the left center gap for a base hit. He'll take a turn, but will hold up there. So 1-out single. Nice piece of hitting there from Miles DeRogers. Here's Sawyer Lepley now.
That was just over the glove there at short. I thought they were going to come up with another great defensive play. North's made a couple here today. Great hitting from DeRogers. Both the freshmen in this lineup, DeRogers and freshman in French, have really shown composure beyond their years as they're going to run here now for DeRogers. It looks like that's Jet Giza coming in the game.
Yeah, Jet Giza will come on to pinch run at first base to get some more speed on the bases, perhaps. And we'll have a conference with the Nashua coach. And Medrano is, see, it looks like, I don't know
they're
if
going to make a move here.
Yeah, they are going to make a move. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back on with the new pitcher. Blackbirds have a base runner at first, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity,
personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Pitching change for Nashua North. It is Nolan Sullivan coming in. Nolan Sullivan was the DH in this one for them, so he will move over to take the mound. And inheriting somewhat of a tough situation here. He's got a runner aboard with one out in a tie ball game in the 6th. As the Blackbirds pinch ran Jet Giza for Miles DeRosiers, who reached with a base hit. And now he'll face Sawyer Lepley. Comes in. This will be his, I believe, second to last warm-up toss here, but a perfect opportunity. Maybe not perfect, but a good opportunity certainly for the Blackbirds to take the lead here as try to see if they can use that one-out base runner to their advantage and maybe get Giza going on the base paths.
Number 2,
as Sawyer Lepley does stand in. Sullivan looks in, ready to deal his first pitch. Giza with a decent lead at first. Foul back for a strike.
Yeah, you know, tough to take a guy like Medrano out of a game when he's been throwing well so all game. He was at 91 pitches, a good effort. Certainly a tough conversation there, it looked like on the mound. You know, a guy who pitches well like that in a playoff game puts his team in a position to win.
Foul back again by Lepley, and so too. Yeah, certainly I'm sure if you're in his shoes, you don't want to come out of the game either. I mean, you want to be able to work out of this little situation here. But they make the move, and Sullivan quickly ahead, 0-2. Here it is. Skipped in the dirt. Nice stop, though, by Ramirez behind the plate. Giza will not be able to advance on that. If that ball got away, there's a free base, and now you're talking about base hit could drive in the tying run. So let's see if Lepley can do anything here with another 2-strike pitch from Sullivan. Here it is. Skipped in the dirt again. Nice stop once again, though, by Ramirez. He's played a good game behind the dish.
Couple good reads there by Jet at first base. 2 balls in the dirt. You know, you come in cold, probably a little antsy to get your feet going, start running. Two good reads there to stay at first.
And now a 2-2 will be coming to Lepley. Runner stays put, swing and a miss. He is down, hacking for out number 2. So Nolan Sullivan comes in, gets that second out. Now he's 1 out away from escaping here for Colin Tinnen. Tinnen came up in the middle of this season over from the JV squad, the sophomore right fielder. First pitch to him, misses, ball 1. And now let's see if he can come through in a big spot here. Blackbird dugout trying to get him pumped. A 1-0. Right over the plate, strike 1. If Tinnen reaches, then it would be back to the top of the order for Hennessy. Here's a 1-1. Giza once again staying put. Nice stop again by Ramirez.
Great inning so far behind the plate for Ramirez. Wow.
Big spot here, and he is certainly living up to the task. Let's see if Tinnen gets anything to hit. The 2-1. Big swing. And he can't catch up to it. It's 2-2.
That's a good spot to let a kid eat, 2-1. Nice shorten up. Use the other side of the field. Got to put a ball in play here.
See if he can poke one the other way. There's a good-sized gap between the right fielder and that space out and right. He's going to be rung up for strike 3, and that is the inning. Nolan Sullivan with a couple big outs, couple big strikeouts to get out of the inning there. We'll head to the 7th inning, perhaps the decisive one, still 1-1. The pitcher now, Nolan Sullivan, will lead it off for Nashua North in this 7th inning. Gavin Rigby has thrown 76 pitches through 6, and he's just looking to get through another inning clean with the game still tied and give the Blackbirds a chance to walk it off in the bottom half of the 7th. Certainly don't want extra inning baseball if you're either of these teams. You want to be able to just win it right here. The biggest spot that Rigby's been in all season. First pitch, strike 1. To his now counterpart, Sullivan, who again moved from the DH to the pitcher. 0-1. Big swing and a miss, strike 2.
I'll tell you, he's still popping it just as good as he was in the first inning.
I'd argue maybe he's popped it early, even harder there on that pitch.
Yeah, if there was ever a time to reach back and find a little bit more,
Goes after that one and fouls it away off the first base grandstand. Season on the line for both of these teams. Rigby will deal another 0-2. Foul back again. Just getting a piece of it there was Sullivan. And we'll see now if Rigby can put him away here for that first out of this 7th inning. Often a very important out to get. Another 0-2. Just off the plate, ball 1. North got their run, a solo home run from Jace Martinez in the first. Blackbirds got theirs. RBI single from Brock Haynes in the third, and that is strike 3 as Sullivan goes down swinging for out number 1.
Got him to chase the high fastball there. Good at bat by Rigby. Had him fighting off breaking balls, then goes high back to the fastball, blows it right by him.
James Markley now, the left fielder. Going to get something going now with 1 out for the Titans. That'll miss inside. Almost got him for ball 1. (1-0). Strike 1. I got the inner half there, and it'll even the count for Rigby. Popped up in the air to right. Under it is Tinnin. He calls it off and makes the catch for the second out. So quickly 2 up, 2 down in the 7th. Rigby 1 out away from trying to get this to the bottom half, to the bottom half of the inning, still at a tie game. And now here's Ty Madeira, the first baseman. Had a pinch runner brought in for him. He walked his last time up, but re-entered the game. Still at first base now. Looks at ball one. No runs scored at the moment since the third inning. And that was when Keene tied it up. Rigby behind 2-0 on Madeira. That one off the glove of DeRozier's. Now it's 3-0. So Rigby will have to come all the way back here if he wants a 1-2-3 seventh. Here's the 3-0. He's showing bunt, now pulls it back, and that's strike one. Probably trying to get him to throw something off the plate there with the fake bunt. Be hard to imagine bunting on a 3-0, as that one is outside ball four, so Madeira takes another walk.
Close miss there. Close miss there. I think Madeira was happy to take the walk all the way there.
Yeah, Rigby certainly, you could tell on his end, wanted it, but does not get the call, and now Tanner, the third baseman, with a two-out base runner, trying to make Rigby pay for the walk. Goes after the first one, hits it in the air to center. Hennessy looking up. He's at the track. He's at the wall. It is out of here. A stunner as Nashua North has taken the lead in the top of the seventh on a two-run blast from Mason Tanner, and almost to the same spot that Jace Martinez hit it in the first. And I think everybody is stunned here.
Yeah, just, I mean, you got a pitcher on the mound who does not give up home runs, but you lose Madeira on a close pitch that you didn't like. You gotta come back in, focus in. First pitch there, swinging, gets a hold of one, short center field. That one was well up the trees, though.
Just got too much of that plate, and he jumped on it. And now Ryder Clancy stands in and looks at a ball. So the Blackbirds are going to have to pull off a pretty improbable win if they want to advance. That'll miss. Sometimes those two-out walks, those two-out base runners, though, can just be so dangerous. Think you're getting a 1-2-3 inning, and then next thing you know, you have a guy on board, and other team comes through. And now he's behind Clancy 3-0. He's in danger of walking a guy here. That one will find the plate. If you're Rigby, you have to just get this final out, get it to the bottom of the inning, still with 2 runs, swing and a miss, or foul back for strike 2. And the Keene will have the top of their order up. Be Hennessy, Whitney, and Haynes. So at least the part of the order that you feel confident can get something going. That'll miss another ball 4. So Clancy is aboard with a walk, and now...
Wouldn't mind a mound meeting here. It looks like that's what Bowdoin's going to go for.
Yeah, just a mound meeting, I would think.
I haven't seen if they've had any, but the bullpen's behind us here, so we can't really see if they've had an arm going. Plenty of arms to turn to if you wanted to. But tough end here for Gavin, who has thrown well all day. You know, only the 2 walks. The second one really comes back to bite him there. 2 home runs is only 2 home runs of the season. That's baseball, right?
Yep.
That's baseball. That's a tough sport.
It's absolutely very often how it works in the sport. As back to the top of the order now, Austin Suchecki for North.
But yeah, the conversation there from Bowdoin, you just got to go out there. You got to settle him down, tell him, hey, 1 pitch and we're out of this inning. And, you know, limit the damage here with the top of the order back up. You know, you can't have any more damage here. You don't feel, you feel pretty confident going into the bottom half, top of your order coming up, your best hitters down 2. You can manufacture something. But once it gets to a 3-run lead, stuff like that. So good visit by Bowdoin to go out there, settle down his pitcher.
Yeah, Suchecki quickly now behind 0-2, and He's throwing more strikes earlier in the count, so seems to maybe have worked a bit. But, yeah, you certainly can't let things snowball, as we see sometimes happens when you give up a big blast like that in a big spot. You can just lose all control of everything. And here's the 0-2. Outside ball 1. Clancy is at first after the 2-out walk. The 2-out walk to Madera set it up, and now runner goes. DeRozers is not going to throw. So, yeah, Madera reached. Then Mason Tanner with a 2-run blast.
Home run in the first, home run in the 7th. A couple bookends.
And Suchecki is granted time as he's now worked the count back even to 2-2. As Clancy was able to steal second. And that runs in, and that hits him.
I think Keene argued that might have hit the knob of the bat, and it certainly sounded like it.
Yeah, it sounded like he got a piece of the bat, but the umpire rules that he was hit by the pitch, so now they're going to appeal to the base umpire, see if he sees anything here.
Well, you know, you could always kind of tell by the reaction of the hitter, too, and you kind of see as now he's looking at his hand over there on first base.
Usually,
but you could always tell by the immediate reaction. He kind of looks at the umpire, and he goes, are you going to give me this or not? It looks like they're going to bring it back here now.
And now the North coach comes over. Yeah, I mean, you can always tell. I mean, if you get drilled in the hand, it obviously wouldn't feel good. So, and they are indeed, it looks like, going to bring Suchecki back to first base, as they rule that it hit the knob of the bat. So that instead will be a foul ball. And it did seem like the right call. Even without replay here, you heard it off the bat.
But, you know, here, if I'm North, I mean, a base hit's better than a hit by pitch here anyway. So, you know, if I'm the hitter, dig back in, look to make damage here.
And he hits one in the air to center. Hennessy this time camps under it, makes the catch to retire the side, but a big blow from Mason Tanner has put Nashua North in front. Heading to the bottom of the 7th, it's 3-1.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
Keene High trying to save their season here in 2024. In the bottom of the 7th, trailing 3-1 to the Nashua North Titans. North entered, again, the 13th seed in the NHIAA Division I playoffs. Keene entered the 4 seed, so trying to stave off a sizable upset here this afternoon. But as we talked about, it only takes one game and you're done in this league. So,
man, in this one, all it takes is 2 swings of the bat.
Yep. Fitch Hennessy will lead it off. top of the order due up for the Blackbirds against Nolan Sullivan, who recorded the final 2 outs of the 6th. Fires in ball 1.
Got to get a base runner any way you can. I feel like that's what you were about to say, Ryan.
yeah, need a big rally here. Hennessy looks at a strike, and the count is even.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the directive there was to take a strike. Make him throw one over the plate. Now go attack.
He's got to find something here to hit. Off the plate there. And a leadoff walk certainly wouldn't hurt either. Just any base runner, any way. Doesn't matter how you get it. Sullivan in a big pressure situation here. 2-1. Foul back, and the count is even. Keene again trying to avoid a upset here this afternoon at the hands of the Titans. 2-2. That'll miss low, ball 3.
Great take by Hennessy there. That ball was a little low.
And that's a tough pitch to take, too.
That's a tough pitch to take.
Anything close at this point, you're probably swinging. Sullivan with a full count pitch. Is going to be stung, caught, though, by Madeira at first. 1 away.
Seen a couple of those today. Keene's hit some line drives. I mean, they've hit more hard balls than North has. Need to find a hole here. Need to get something going.
You absolutely need a base runner here. I mean, if not with nobody out, at least with 1 out. Because you get down to 2 outs, you have to hit, obviously.
Well,
string together a ton of hits.
That one's especially tough because if it gets through down the line to right, that's an easy double for Hennessy. And then you get your best hitter coming to the plate. So, Whitney's the guy you want up when you need something to get going. Not an opportunity to drive one in here unless he does it himself, but.
You think if that ball was just a fraction faster off Hennessy's bat, it might have, as you said, gotten past the first baseman. A couple miles an hour, maybe faster. He had just enough time to react to it and get his glove out there. So he's fallen behind Hennessy, Whitney now, 2-0. Now let's see if, again, Whitney has a couple doubles in this one, so we'll see if he can get another piece of something here.
Yeah, and you're in a spot where you got to pitch to him. You don't want to bring the tying run to the plate, so 2-0 here.
The 2-0 misses high, ball 3. Brock Haynes is on deck. He's senior third baseman, and he would represent the tying run if Whitney can reach. 3-0. Not close, ball 4. So that's a 4-pitch free pass. None of them really were close. And now Haynes will indeed be the tying run in this one. So you do have a base runner in the form of Zach Whitney with 1 out.
And a base runner that will understand the situation here. You're at first base at Whitney. The saying in baseball is you don't mean anything, right? We need 2. Yeah. So it's good to have a smart veteran presence on the base path here that understands the role. And see what Haynes can do here.
Yeah, he certainly can't get too big for the moment as Haynes hits it in the air to left, a base hit. 2 runners aboard now. Goes after the first one and gets a nice base hit. It'll get it to Sean Callahan now, and Callahan now represents the winning run at the plate.
Great job at the top of the Keene order today. They've been hitting balls hard and finding gaps. I mean, that's 3 hits for Haynes now. His hardest hit one of the day. Two infield hits. Whitney a couple hits. Hennessy a hit. Callahan a hit here. See if he could add another one. This is winning time, boys. You're still in this game.
And you now have first and second with just 1 away. Up and away, ball 1. You got Whitney at second. You got Haynes at first. And of course, this outfield not very big, so you'd have to really find a gap somewhere. Probably down the right field line if you want to score both, but Could at the very least score Whitney here with a base hit and make it a one-run game. Sullivan was able to find the plate there for a strike. 1-1. Grounded hard but foul down the first base side, and it's 1-2 on Callahan. Freshman Braden French is waiting on deck if he gets a chance to hit here. With the season on the line. Bottom of the 7th. Sullivan with a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Great pitching there from Nolan Sullivan. He retires Callahan swinging for out number 2, and now it is down to Braden French, the freshman. Looking for a hit here, and it would be a huge spot to have one. Whitney at second. Haynes is at first. Sullivan deals. Skipped in the dirt. Another great stop from Mario Ramirez. He's had a terrific day behind the dish.
Yeah, big difference between having the tying run at first base and the tying run at second base there with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th here. Obviously, Haynes going on contact, but not the fastest runner that Keene has and not the biggest outfield. So like you said, it's really got to be in the gap if you're going to score from first.
1-0. Hit down the left field line, foul. Would have been almost perfect placement, at least to certainly keep the game going and get a run in there, but hooked left. Count now even.
Just a spot where you want the freshman to take a deep breath. He's been one of your best hitters all year. The confidence is certainly there in this Keene team in 1-4 here to get it done.
No bigger spot all season than right here, 1-1. Not close, and he's now back ahead in the count. See if he takes a swing at this one here. 2-1 count.
Yeah, you know, if you have confidence in throwing a breaking ball in the zone here, I would do it because French is going to be looking for anything straight in the zone, and he's not afraid to swing the bat.
2-1. Big swing and a miss. The count is even, and Nolan Sullivan is 1 strike away from winning the ball game for Nashua North and pulling off a big upset this afternoon. French just trying to...
Yeah, you don't have to get too big here, right?
Not get too big, yeah, exactly. 2s all around. First and second, 2 out. Pitch will not be made. So Whitney at second, Haynes is at first. Sullivan looking to close it out. French looking to be a hero. 2-2. Is hit in the air to center. It is going to be caught by Suchecki, and that is the ball game. The Nashua North Titans have ended the Keene High Blackbird season in a stunner here from Alumni Field. And they will advance. They win it by a final of 3-1 this afternoon. Nolan Sullivan gets the save. He's also the winning pitcher as well. Great effort from Gavin Rigby, but he is on the line score as the losing pitcher this afternoon in his final high school game. But a great effort from both teams, a great game. But Keene unfortunately falls short by a final of 3-1.
Just one of those heartbreaking playoff losses. Keene had some good hits today. Great pitching effort from their senior, one of their 2 aces this year, Rigby and Whitney. This was a great season, the best that they've had under Coach Ryan Bowden. Tough way to see it end for the black and orange.
Tough way to see it end indeed. And we certainly hope that he could join us on ESPN Plus for the start of the Keene Swamp Bat season starting June 5th as the players take in their final moments here of this season. But we thank you as always for joining on the Owls Media Network, this test broadcast for the Keene Swamp Bats. For Ryan Goodwin, for Mike McMahon, for Brian Hearn, and everybody on our crew this afternoon, we thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on June 5th.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast, and thank you for watching.